Hello, today we have Heather Jackson once again to share a little more about the concert, the greater meaning, and the mission of rock. Welcome back, Heather.
Thank you.
So Heather, we had a wonderful discussion last week, and now here we are 48 hours before the concert. And I just wanted to delve a little more into the realm of caring, what we call rock, and why it's so unique and so needed.
Yeah, I love this question because I think I just don't know anyone in the space that's doing what we're doing. And I don't know that people totally get like what it is that we are doing. So I think it's a good question. There's a lot of things that we do that's really unique. I think our foundation, what we were built on, in that, just a parent-driven organization. Even though we serve a much larger older population, it's not pediatric catastrophic epilepsy anymore only. We do still serve a large percentage of folks that are dealing with neurological conditions, but it was founded on the principle of this, that we should have dignity of choice, and that there's no ulterior motive at Realm of Caring. There's no, we're a nonprofit organization. We don't sell any products. We don't make any money off of the sale of any products. We didn't get into the business, because of we're trying to make a bunch of money, that it just, in fact, a lot of the opposite of that going on in the nonprofit sector. So it's like, I love the purity of that. And I think that sets us apart, just having sort of, the pearl of, we just care about people and their quality of life, period. That's it. The other thing I think that is extremely unique about us is our longevity in the space. We see I've seen a lot of people come and go, and we've been around informally since 2012 and became a 501c3 in 2013. So we've been around a long time. I think that's unique. The way that we collect data is really interesting, and it's the largest research registry. Until someone tells me otherwise, it's bigger than Canada's, it's bigger than Israel's, it's the largest one in the world that I'm aware of. And so I love that part. That's unique, that it's a naturalistic tracking of families and individuals over time. So that really gives us really great insight and a lot of data in addition to all those phone calls. And so, that makes a really big, what the smart people call a data lake. So that's, I think, very, very unique. The free call center, being able to call in and get data-driven answers to your questions based off of what's really happened with real products in the real world. I think that makes us extremely unique. The grants that we give back to families, I don't know anybody that's doing that. There's definitely advocacy groups and other like 501c4 organizations out there, and they're very needed. And I feel like we're the grassroots effort that they can call on. We need, this, right? We need to email our senators or whatever. I think we're really good at activating around that because we build such a large community. So I think those are most of the things that, make us really special, really unique.
And you mentioned starting in 2012, and now in 2021, did you ever think that we would be seeing CBD at the checkout counter at, natural grocers or Sprouts?
No. I mean, back then I wouldn't have imagined. I mean, back then there wasn't even this market of CBD. I mean, it really didn't come into effect until like 2015, when, Farm Bill, and 2014 was the Farm Bill, 2015 was when people started, launching brands and these sorts of things. So no, I never would have imagined that. And it's interesting. It's so ubiquitous. What's the word?
Ubiquitous. Something.
Ubiquitous. It's so ubiquitous that in some ways, I still wish that people didn't think they knew everything about it. And the reason why I say that is because you can see it at 7-Eleven in an energy drink, then you think you don't really need any extra information to really dial in therapy, to really get better. And so then, people may not reach out. They may not ask questions because they got it, right? They know about it. And so I think that, I'd love to access more people so we could help more people. They'd ask more questions because, our data suggests that like 87% of the time when people are reaching out to RoC Caring, they're getting improved quality of life. And so, that's the other, I think really another unique thing about us is that people, they feel better when they reach out. So, yeah, no,
that is 80,
never would have imagined.
80%. Wow.
Yeah, in excess of 80% of the time. And then it's another really cool thing when you look at the research registry and you look at qualitative data, just like all the words that people put in, all their stories, because it's one of the most powerful and most important things that we can do is be a megaphone for these stories. And we can actually do that through research, that gives me goosebumps because, I'm a published researcher, but I have 0 initials behind me. I'm like just a mom, right, who loves a good story. The original way we've always connected. But when you take all those words and when you look at them, these themes show up. These, in particular, issues that families, individuals, people are having when they access cannabis. And what I think really, really brave way to run a nonprofit organization is to meet those needs, to research the needs, which we have, to know what they are very clearly, which we have done. There's themes, there's sub-themes that people have issues with, not knowing how to have this conversation with their doctor, not knowing how much to take, legal issues. Sometimes very small percentage, but some people don't do well on cannabis. So they have all of these issues and we have programs and services or they can't afford it. That's another one of the themes. And then we have programs to meet the need directly. That kind of thing, I don't know, our model's really unique. And so that excites me.
And at no cost. On top.
Yeah. As long as we can keep it that way, and sometimes the perceived value of something you get for nothing is nothing. And so, I'm so happy that we have been able to keep all of the services for free. And I hope that we can continue to do that. We have great corporate sponsors who help us, and our community helps us. Our community is amazing. They've always met the need, always. And I know that if they know that there is one, they'll do it. They'll continue to do it.
Fantastic. And so speaking of the great mission that we do at Realm of Caring, why is it important to carry that on?
I think about how many people are out there in the same situation that my family was in. It's not a small number of people when you look at how many people are sick in our country. It's not a small number of people who just are out of options. And so that's why I'm so happy that we are still here, that we're still here to answer the call, that we're still here to answer the questions. And we don't think cannabis is the, end all be all, certainly, but it can be a nice tool in your toolkit. And so there are so many people who are suffering, or who, like my family, had done everything the doctor said to do, and just just still couldn't get better. And so I think that's why it's just so important that we're able to continue on and to be able to continue the research and continue the education and the advocacy work.
Mhm. Very good. And in closing, for people always want to help. You mentioned we have such a great community and circle of supporters. What can people do? People that want to further the mission, to help and keep this movement going.
Yeah, we're 48 hours to our big concert, and it's amazing. I've been editing. It's so, you guys are gonna love this so much. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It's absolutely incredible. And in this sort of late stages here, it's not too late to share it because there's no ticket, because it's free. There's no ticket to buy. Most people, they're just gonna show up, in these next 48 hours and put it on their calendar. So I would say, make sure that you're sharing the posts. You're on Facebook now, go to our event and invite your friends. And there's like an invite all button. So that, I think that's a great way to take action. And then we're raising funds 3 different ways. One is through Kickstarter. Now Kickstarter funds the actual event. We're just taking general donations that go to our programs and services. And historically, in excess of 85% of the funds we raise goes directly to programs and services, which is incredible. Like the Better Business Bureau says, if you're a nonprofit, if you can put 66% to your programs and services, you're doing good. So I've always been really proud that our overhead is really low, and that we're able to give so much back to families and put it right into programs and services. So Kickstarter funds the event. If you guys just hit donate on the Rock the RoC website, so it's www.rocktheroc.org. There's 2 buttons there, Kickstarter and donate. Donate just goes to our general programs and services, which we're in great need of. I mean, we barely made it out of this last year with COVID and having to shut everything down and just what happened with everyone, with the entire country. So we're super grateful to still be here. So that's another way. And then text to donate. So our text to donate is already open. So people would text ROC to 52000. Is there 4 zeros? Let me see. I'm on the website right now. That's why I keep everything so open. Yes, it's 52,000. So it's 52000. So if you text ROC to 52000, it's $25. It's a $25 donation to Realm of Caring. So those are the 3 ways.
Nice, easy peasy.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't hurt to just repeat, because there seems to be a little confusion that the concert is virtual.
Yes.
And it is free. And
Yes.
All you have to do is put in your email and you'll get a link, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, right. If you go to rocktheroc.org, click the ticket button, you can put in your email, your phone number's optional, and that's your ticket. That's your RSVP. And then you'll go directly back to the same website that evening to watch. So you'll go back to rocktheroc.org, and we'll text you and let you know, and you can click the link or email you as well. And so, yeah, it will also be live on Facebook. So we will be streaming it live on Facebook as well.
Excellent. And April 7th, and it's going to be 6 o'clock Mountain Time. And for those folks out east, 9 o'clock?
8.
8 o'clock.
So 6 Mountain Time, 8 Eastern, 5 o'clock if you're
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Out east. So
Pacific, yes. So it's 5 o'clock if you're in California, Pacific time. It is 6 o'clock at Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Yeah.
Thank you for simplifying that. And thank you so much. for coming in, and I hope to see everybody.
Oh yeah, we'll
Please
see you
join.
there.
It's going to be spectacular, and 48 hours.
48 hours. Yes, absolutely. We'll get to celebrate Charlie, raise a little money, and yeah, continue on with the mission. So thankful to everybody who supports us, who we stand on your shoulders, and we're just very, very, very thankful for your continued love, your continued support, your continued word of mouth, telling your friends and family about us. Just thank you. Thank you guys so much.
And thank you, Heather Jackson. Thanks for being twice in a row. We appreciate you. Yeah. And thanks for all you do.
My pleasure. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Until next time.